Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE SmackDown Live Review, the show from April 2nd, 2019. So SmackDown on April 2nd, on my birthday. Yeah. And by the way, because my birthday was on April 2nd, that means I am 33 years old. I was born in 1986. But anyways, Baltimore, Maryland is where they're at for SmackDown, and your commentators were Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. And this was the go-home show of WrestleMania for SmackDown Live. And I want to say, what pertains to SmackDown, I wanted this SmackDown show to be a better go-home show than when that Raw was. Did it do it? We'll get to it right now. So, we got to the opening segment of the show, the KO show, Kevin Owens, interviewing AJ Styles and Randy Orton. And Randy Orton basically talks about how proud he was that he ruined the Randy Orton and AJ Styles match from last week on SmackDown. Because Kevin Owens referenced that. And Orton said something about basically saying the same thing about him climbing the mountain for in WWE while AJ Styles were climbing AJ Styles climbing small mountains, something like that. I don't know. Orton saying something about Styles wrestling in gymnasiums and with 50 people, whatever, and then while Randy Orton has been wrestling in front of 10,000 people in big arenas and everything, that type of thing. I said he's been at WrestleMania for over 20 years. WrestleMania 20. Basically, that was his first WrestleMania. Basically, Randy Orton's first WrestleMania. He's not there yet. Okay, I think he said for nearly 20 years. So basically, he's kind of almost there, but not really. But whatever. AJ Styles talked about, Randy Orton, you done a lot in WWE, especially getting suspended and failing drug by failing drug tests, which doesn't matter anyway, because even though Randy Orton did fail the drug test twice, Randy Orton was still pushed. He was still the top guy. He was still getting on world championships after world championships, and other championship titles as well, like the United States Championship and the Tag Team Championship. Either way, Randy Orton still got pushed, but it made but whatever. Basically, Randy Orton talked about how hard work doesn't pay off that much and everything, because he's been in WWE for a long time and everything. And talks about how AJ Styles' legacy is now John Cena legacy. Basically, he is the new John Cena, and like, no, he's not. So basically, this led to Styles and Orton fighting, and Owens just left, and then Orton got the best of Styles when Styles tried to go for the phenomenal forearm, gets caught with the RKO, and basically it's telegraphing that Orton might lose at WrestleMania, which hopefully that happens. So yeah, basically it's this whole WWE guy versus the indie guy thing that WWE is going to be doing for Styles and Orton, and we'll see what happens at WrestleMania for that one. I'm excited for that match though too, folks. There's a lot of cool stuff that they could do. Right, where Orton could do an RKO out of nowhere, just AJ Styles. So, for example, that was one of them. The phenomenal forearm that Styles trying to go for Orton on SmackDown. Orton calling with the RKO out of nowhere. So, we'll see what happens at WrestleMania though. I have a lot of faith this match is going to be good. And Orton's into this feud between himself and Styles. And then we get to a match. We got Aleister Black, Ricochet, and the Usos versus The Bar, which is Sheamus and Cesaro. We get Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. They're wrestling and everything. I was basically doing in and out of this match, basically, folks. Like, what does this all mean, anyways? What's the purpose of this? But Usos, Aleister Black, and Ricochet won the match. I don't remember who pinned who, but also Alexa Bliss comes out because she's gonna be the host of WrestleMania 35. She says a lot has changed since she left SmackDown and everything. Like, I say to myself, okay, but why are you there? Like, I don't care if I don't care if on here or talking anyways, but since she's there, what she's there. So she basically says that it's gonna be a fatal 4-way tag team championship match for SmackDown. Basically, it's gonna be Ricochet, Aleister Black versus the Usos, defending their tag titles versus The Bar versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. So now all of a sudden Rusev and Nakamura gets a match at WrestleMania, especially Nakamura. But anyway, and after that they start beating up on each other and everything, the teams, and that's how they sell. They go to try to sell the final thing, before we go to WrestleMania. Sorry, folks. It's allergy season, by the way. I'm trying to find the sneeze, but yeah, there you go, folks. That was the final build for that match. That's been advertised since the this final week of before we get to WrestleMania. They should have been build this up, but whatever. The Icons came out. They cut a promo about how the SmackDown Tag Team Championship is going to be a fatal 4-way, just like their match is going to be a tag team fatal 4-way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. They're going to basically become new tag team champions by beating no matter if it's Natalya or Beth Phoenix or Nia Jax or Tamina, because the champions the champions do not have to lose a match to lose the belts, and basically they're going to become tag team champions at WrestleMania, and they say at WrestleMania, with them being tag team champions, it's going to be iconic. And there you go. That was nothing else to say about that. The Miz, he talked about what WrestleMania means for a lot of different people. Basically, he referenced Kofi Kingston. Referenced about Shane McMahon, about how he's gonna have his match against him at a Falls Count Anywhere match. Well, Shane McMahon's probably gonna do something crazy in that match too. So also let me get Miz saying that that Shane McMahon what he did to his dad, that makes him a son of a bitch. Shane McMahon made a match with the Miz to go up against Sandy in the handicap match. Miz was getting the better of the Sandy, and Sandy got the numbers came out on him. Shane McMahon changed the match to a Falls Count Anywhere match. Match happened it happened not just in a ringside. I hope it happens happened in the crowd, happened at backstage, happened outside of the arena. I thought it was good. Oh, good that WWE does that. They need to do that more often. But Miz won. He became Super Miz again. Sandy, supposed to be a build-up, faction. They're supposed to be unstoppable. They're supposed to be crazy. They're supposed to be these guys, these rebels that you can't stop. And Miz stops them. Whatever. They're whatever. Sandy, the WWE has been treating them lately on main roster has not been them meaning much anyways. And they should leave. Or at least send back to NXT. They'll be better off on NXT anyways. So after the match was over, Shane McMahon was in his van, I guess. Look at the Miz, and then he goes away to driver basically. And Miz is standing there while he's watching him leave. Also, we see a cop car showing up out of nowhere. I say to myself, "Oh, what happened?" Basically, not really, but I kind of knew what was going to happen there. And sure enough, a police woman, I believe it was, came out of the car and took Becky Lynch out of the car. So basically, it was Becky Lynch showing up. Basically, after the match was over, with the Miz and everything. So, yeah, I'm supposed to believe that something like that happens in real life. But whatever. But Corey Graves calls out Becky Lynch because Becky Lynch needs to make a statement about Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. And Yeah, basically about the whole thing with her being released from prison and everything, whatever. Becky Lynch stands on the top on the broadcast table instead of getting in the ring to be interviewed by Corey Graves. She said no disrespect to Corey Graves, but she wants to answer to the people. And I thought she got a good promo about her while she was in the cop car. What a difference a year has been with her. For being in the pre-show of WrestleMania last year, and then being an afterthought and being in the Women's Money in the Bank, where she came close to winning the briefcase, and then what pertains to SummerSlam, and then being friends with friends with Sharp for over the years, especially at the time of NXT, and then they're not friends anymore and everything, and Becky Lynch becoming a different type of woman now, and then the whole thing where the man Becky Lynch is now. And now, with her being the women's champion, basically, with her almost getting a match with Ronda Rousey at one point, and then with her winning the Royal Rumble, and then going to WrestleMania, and then being one of the first women's with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair to main event for WrestleMania for the first time for the women's. And then she said she's gonna make history by winning both belts at WrestleMania. And there you go. So yeah, I thought it was a good promo, but I just didn't care about that much anyways, because I thought this show on SmackDown was getting weird at this point. And it got even more weird because all of a sudden we get these you get 8 person from their respective battle royals for WrestleMania, which could be on the pre-show. The men for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and then the women's for their WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. They come out. Basically they had on their own entrances basically. They all come out together basically, but it basically was a 18-person tag team match. I'm like, what the hell is this match? So basically, they're having at it. Also, Lacey Evans does her troll walk, her gimmick walk, and that was it. And basically, with WWE doing that with Lacey Evans doing that while they're all having a match, tells you that that was a waste of time anyways. And sure enough, it ends in a no contest. They all start fighting. I'm surprised that the women's didn't fight against the men, and the men didn't fight against the women either. But whatever. But yeah, this went way too long, folks. I'm like, why was this even happening? But Asuka got the better of it. She threw Jeff Hardy over the top rope. Basically, she saw eyes on favorite to win the battle royal. And when WWE does this type of thing, that means she's not gonna win. It's fucking can't believe this to Asuka. She should be in the main event too, with the women's after what they did to her last week. But no, Asuka doesn't matter though, right? She should leave too, by the way. Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. They took away his first name and just call him Ali. Another thing that's stupid in this company, taking away names. But Samoa Joe and Mustafa Ali, I'm not calling him about Ali, I'm calling him about Mustafa Ali. When you think of Ali, you don't think of Mustafa Ali. You think of one of the greatest of all times, the late great Muhammad Ali. But anyways, they had a match. Samoa Joe won. Match, it was alright, but did this match really need to happen anyways? And Samoa Joe wins, which means he's going to probably lose at WrestleMania. Which I don't want to see Samoa Joe lose anyways, but we'll see what happens. And basically, the match is going to be Mysterio and Joe for the United States Championship. Surprised Mysterio wasn't even on the show. And finally, we get to the final segment to end the show. The WWE Championship contract signing that was orchestrated by Michael Cole. Thank God it wasn't Vince McMahon. But at the same time, Michael Cole, really? You could have Corey Graves, but whatever. Dan Bryan comes out with Rowan. The New Day comes out. Kofi Kingston looking serious, sort of. And then you got New Day, Big E, and Xavier Woods acting like goofballs. Especially Big E. Especially when Kofi Kingston was sitting in the chair looking all serious and everything, and Big E's gyrating and doing all this ridiculous shit that I didn't want to see. It's supposed to be why can't just Kofi Kingston just come out there by himself? Why can't you just leave those two guys backstage? It's supposed to be about Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan. Why the New Day had to be out there? Because whatever. Anyways, Daniel Bryan cut a promo about the fans about their favorite on Kofi Kingston there to win the WrestleMania to be the champion. And Dan Bryan's telling these fans to he's trying to teach Kofi Kingston a life lesson, and these people need to listen too, because this could be a life lesson. This could be a life lesson for them too. Basically telling them to shut their mouths and everything. Dan Bryan being a good heel, by the way, saying that these fans are parasites and ignorant. Saying that Kofi Kingston was in Dan Bryan's shoes at one point, which is true. Dan Bryan wasn't that shoe. Was in Kofi Kingston's shoe at one point back in 2013. Even in 2012, where they didn't want Dan Bryan to be the guy and everything. And now Kofi Kingston in that situation where he could be the guy by the fans' choices and everything. With the whole Kofi Mania, the whole Kofi Rocks chant and Kofi Rock. And the Kofi chant, just the Kofi chants basically. Basically, saying the Kofi chants are like the yes chants for Daniel Bryan, which it is kind of it is getting to that point with Kofi Kingston right now. But Daniel Bryan, basically told about one more lesson for that it's gonna be it's not gonna happen for Kofi Kingston, basically that it's just a fantasy that's not gonna happen, that he's not gonna be champion or anything. But Dan Bryan, before he said this and everything, he basically signed the contract first, and then he started doing all this talking and everything, and while Kofi Kingston just listens. And all of a sudden Kofi Kingston starts talking, and he starts saying to Dan Bryan, basically he stands up and basically kind of from Dan Bryan. Dan Bryan wasn't a little in shock and everything, and basically Kofi tells him to shut up and listen to as Kofi Kingston educates him, gives him a life lesson. That Dan Bryan claims to be him, to think that he knows a lot about Kofi Kingston, and saying that I got news for you, that you don't know much about me and everything. Kofi Kingston talking about he hears from him talking and realizing that he doesn't know what a thing about him. Dan Bryan basically talking about Dan Bryan being a world champion for 2 years. Within 2 years of being in WWE, and that Kofi Kingston he stood by and and let other people get by him, and then complain, that whole type of thing. And basically getting cut to the chase, saying that for 11 years he's been waiting for this opportunity, and he's finally getting it. He it'll lead to this moment that he could culminate by winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, when he defeats Daniel Bryan. He signs the contract, and it was official. Dan Bryan and Kofi Kingston is not official, even though it's already been official, but still. It was good. And that was the show, of SmackDown. Other than that, all I can say is Vince McMahon was not involved in the segment. Because some people were saying if Vince McMahon does get involved in this segment, he might find a way to do something different in this whole thing, where Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan is not enough. It's got to have something else in it too. So thank God that didn't happen. But yeah, and that was SmackDown. Weird show for a go-home show for WrestleMania. It wasn't bad, but they could have done better. It just felt like a weird show, But talking about wrestling for SmackDown from April 2nd, 2019, 3 matches. And my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna just give you a 4 out of 10. It wasn't anything that special on the show. But hey, at least we got a match that was added for WrestleMania, which means it's gonna take uh it's gonna be more exhausting since it's gonna be a 6 hour WrestleMania, and then you have 2 more hours of pre-show if equaling eight hours if you're that crazy. But there you go. That was WWE SmackDown Live. This was your WWE SmackDown Live review from April 2nd, 2019.